I got to clear my mind of some stuff, but when I get up there, I got to do what I got to do. Why? Because success is not a failing. It's a mindset. I need you to clear your mind of every single thing that's in it that's stopping you from being successful. The first one is what everybody else thinks. One, here's what I need Wild to do for me. I only need you to worry about what one person thinks, right? I know this is going to blow some of your mind, but why is it that your parents, great human beings, great character, they're not entrepreneurs? How is it that they can make you feel? Feel bad about something that you're doing that they know absolutely nothing about? No, you think I'm playing when I say one, I mean it, you got to be on one of the courts. So whatever the 10 principles or the 20 principles or the 30 principles, if you're not going to do all the principles that he's doing, if you're not going to have mindset he has, you're not going to be able to get the stuff. You're not going to be able to do that. You can't do 5-0-50. It's not a 5-0-50 split. You can't decide I'm going to do this part, but I'm not going to do this part. Does that make sense? That's what I mean about being on one accord. No. When I say one accord, I mean if I get slapped right here, I got to let you slap me over there. I'm from Detroit, Chicago originally. I wasn't raised like that, but once I decided that the good book was going to be my guy, if you smack me here and tell me, let me smack you there. There's no 5-0-50. It's not you smack me here, but nope, I don't follow this part. One, don't do this part. Like, okay, I'm good, but not today. Smack me. They smack me. I'm smacking them back. It's not eye for an eye to. That's not what it is. You better hear what I'm saying. I don't care how much money I make the good books. I'm supposed to return the tie. So I returned the tie. Then I blessed the church with a little bit more money. Then I blessed other. It's not a 5-0-50. I don't get to choose which parts I like and which parts I don't. And some of you are not successful because you pick it and choose it. I'm going to say it again. It seemed like you didn't really like that part. I'm going to say it one more time. Some of you are not successful now because you can't do this business. Number one, you're listening to people who have no business in your ears. Stop. It works. It works. High school dropout America, it works. If you work it, you can have it be and do whatever you want. I told you I got a coach. I had to pay to learn how to listen. Okay, you missed that one. That's a bonus. No, you missed that. I had to get a coach to teach me to stop going this way and stop going this way and follow what I'm told. Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time. I had to get, how many of you, honestly, you don't have a coach? Raise your hand. Be honest. You don't have a code beyond raise your hand. You don't have a coach. You need a coach to teach you how to get people out your ear. You need a coach to teach you how to go. You need a coach to make you wake up and think about your family. You need a coach to help you get. Please listen to me. Nothing is impossible. That's a mindset. Write this down. I need to do something serious about my limited beliefs. I want you to take this word out of your vocabulary. I shouldn't even say it, but some of you have it, so I have to say it. Write it down on your phone, please. I need you to replace fear with faith. No more fear. Jim Rohn said, all of us, we got the same ending. We're going to die. So if you know you're going to die, why are you playing it safe? Like if you know you're going to die, why are you listening to other people tell you about your life? If you're going to die, why don't you live your own life, man? That's what I loved about my grandma. She drove until she was 89 years old. She died in her own home. She didn't die nowhere else. My grandma lived her life on her terms. My grandma got her hair done every 2 weeks. She still was getting her hair done. She was still going and getting massaged. She was still going to get with the little money she had. She lived life on her terms. And guess what? There were some people in my family that didn't like the fact that she lived life on her terms and didn't care what they thought. But you know what? She died on her terms. You're going to die anyway. Don't die on your grandma. Turn. You're going to die anyway. Don't die on your friends. Turn. You're going to die anyway. Don't die on your parents. Turn. If you're going to die, die on your own terms.
Playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Fall forward. This is what I mean. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. First, you will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable. And I should know. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. So I'm in the wings, I'm about to go on stage, but the guy in front of me, he's singing like Pavarotti. He's just going on and on and on, and I'm just shrinking. I'm getting smaller and smaller. So they say, "Oh, thank you very much, and you'll be hearing from us." So I come out with my little sheet music, and it was Just My Imagination by the Temptations. That's what I came up with. So I hand it to the accompanist, and she looks at it and looks at me and looks out at the director and was like, nice. So I start, I'm gonna sing. I'm like, it's just my imagination once again, and they're coming away with me. And I'm not saying anything, so I'm thinking I'm getting better. So I just start getting into it. It was just my imagination. Running. They say, "Oh, yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Washington. Thank you." So I assumed I didn't get the job. But the next part of the audition, he called me back. The next part of the audition is the acting part of the audition. Now I'm like, hey, okay, maybe I can't sing, but I know I can act. So they pair me with this guy, and again, I didn't know about musical theater. And musical theater is big, so they can reach everyone all the way in the back of the stadium. And I'm more from a realistic, naturalistic kind of acting where you actually talk to the person next to you. So I don't know what my line was. My line was, well, hand me the cup. And his line was, well, I will hand you the cup, my dear. The cup will be there to be handed to you. And I said, oh, okay. Well, should I give you the cup back? Oh, yes, you should give it back to me, because you know that is my cup, and it should be given back to me. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed, and I prayed. But I continued to fail, and fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. Someone talked about it. Won the Tony Award. And I didn't have to sing, by the way. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? Here's my second point about failure. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made an analogy about this. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? You've invested a lot in your education, and people have invested in you. And let me tell you, the world needs your talents. Man, does it ever. I just got back from Africa like 2 days ago, so if I'm rambling on, it's because I'm jet lagged. I just got back from South Africa. It's a beautiful country, but there are places there with terrible poverty that need help. And Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The Middle East needs your help. Japan needs your help. Alabama needs your help. Tennessee needs your help. Louisiana needs your help. Philadelphia needs your help. The world needs a lot, and we need it from you. We really do. We need it from you young people. I mean, I'm not speaking for the rest of us up here, but I know I'm getting a little grayer. We need it from you, the young people. So you got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. Because remember this, you will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You can't take it with you. The Egyptians tried it, and all they got was robbed. So the question is, what are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors, some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money, some of you have patience, some of you have kindness, some of you have love, some of you have the gift of long suffering. Whatever it is, whatever your gift is, what are you going to do with what you have? All right, now here's my last point about failure. Sometimes it's the best way to figure out where you're going. Your life will never be a straight path. I began at Fordham University as a pre-med student. I took a course called cardiac morphogenesis. I still can't say it. It's cardiac morphogenesis. I couldn't read it. I couldn't say it. I sure couldn't pass it. So then I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. Yeah, down. I was a 1.8 GPA one semester, and the university very politely suggested that it might be better to take some time off. I was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point. And then one day, and I remember the exact day, March 27th, 1975, I was helping my mother in her beauty shop. My mother owned a beauty shop up in Mount Vernon. And there was this older woman who was considered one of the elders in the town. And I didn't know her personally, but I was looking in the mirror, and every time I looked at the mirror, I could see her behind me, and she was staring at me. She just kept looking at me. Every time I looked at her, she kept giving me these strange looks. So she finally took the dryer off her head and she said something I'll never forget. First of all, she said, "Somebody give me a piece of paper. Give me a piece of paper." She said, "Young boy, I have a prophecy, a spiritual prophecy." She said, "You are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people." Now mind you, I'm 20 years old, I'm flunked out of school. In fact, like a wise ass, I'm thinking to myself, maybe she's got something in that crystal ball about me getting back into school next fall. But maybe she was onto something, because later that summer, while working as a counselor at a YMCA camp in Connecticut, we put on a talent show for the campers. And after the show, another counselor came up to me and asked, "Have you ever thought about acting? You're good at that." So when I got back to Fordham that fall, I got in and I changed my major once again for the last time. And in the years that followed, just as that woman prophesied, I have traveled the world and I have spoken to millions of people through my movies. Millions who up till this day couldn't see me, who up till this day I couldn't see while I was talking to them, and they couldn't see me, they could only see the movie. They couldn't see the real me. But I see you today, and I'm encouraged by what I see, and I'm strengthened by what I see, and I love what I see.
Life is tough. It's not supposed to be easy. And often you'll find yourself standing alone. The most common excuse I hear is, I don't have enough time. But let's break it down. There are 168 hours in a week. If you sleep 8 hours a night, that's 56 hours gone. You're left with 112 hours. If you work 60 hours a week, you still have 52 hours remaining to pursue what truly matters to you. So the excuse of not having enough time doesn't hold up. It's time to be honest with ourselves. It's time to face the raw truth. Look in the mirror and realize that the current version of yourself won't carry you to where you want to go. If you don't change, if you don't take action, you'll find yourself stuck, unfulfilled, and possibly even bankrupt in terms of your potential. Success is built on what you do when no one is watching. Discipline is the cornerstone of achievement. Motivation can be fleeting. No one wakes up every day bursting with energy and drive. The real key to success is discipline, doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's not enough to be disciplined once a week or determined only on certain days. You need to make a commitment, a covenant with yourself to be the person you are meant to be. This means putting in the effort, the blood, sweat, and tears. It means sacrificing comfort, losing sleep, and sometimes going without to achieve your goals. Many give up too soon. If we could just persevere a little longer, work a bit harder, and take each day as it comes, our dreams would become reality. Too many people have doubted you, left you, and whispered that you'd be worse off without them. Prove them wrong. Show them that you have the resilience to rise above and succeed. Start your day by investing in yourself. This sets the tone for everything else. When you prioritize yourself, you affirm your worth and importance. This creates a ripple effect, giving you the energy and drive to uplift those around you. Remember, the physical part is easy. Just show up, be present, ask questions, and be willing to endure a bit of hardship. The real challenge lies in psychological preparation. The mind is the catalyst for change. The greatest athletes succeed or fail because of their mental strengths. Our minds and hearts have limited space, and we can't afford to let distractions and negativity take up valuable real estate. Focus on what truly matters. It's time to evaluate everything in your life and decide what's worth your time and attention. To achieve success, follow these 3 rules. 1, show up every day. 2, be fully present and all in. 3, stay curious and keep learning. Don't be afraid to admit you don't know everything. Embrace the journey of learning, and the world will open up to you. If you want to excel at something, you need to dedicate time consistently. Spend at least 130 quality hours honing your craft. That's an hour a day for 6 months. Look at the greats like LeBron James or Wayne Gretzky. They didn't become legends by chance. They practiced every single day. Consistency is the secret to success. We admire athletes, innovators, and celebrities celebrating their public achievements. But we often forget the struggles and sacrifices they made behind the scenes. The blood, sweat, tears, and sleepless nights that go unseen. Success is not about luck. It's about relentless hard work. Instead of criticizing, learn from their dedication and apply it to your own life. Focus your energy on creating something new, not on fighting the old. True change happens behind closed doors when no one is watching. Build in silence and let your success speak for itself. When life gets tough, what do? You stand up, you rise. The path you have chosen is challenging for a reason. Some seek the easy way, but the true reward lies in overcoming difficulty. We all face adversity. It's part of the journey. The key is to push through, to keep going, even when it seems impossible. Tough times create tough people. And tough people build strong characters. You must keep going. Be true to who you are. When it gets tough, dig deeper. Stand tall, even if you have to stand alone. Greatness requires hard work. It's not about giving up when things get hard. It's about pushing through and persevering. Success wasn't designed to be easy. It's about how hungry you are, how much you're willing to give of yourself. Time will pass whether you take action or not. Don't waste it lying around. Make a difference. Be a solution, not a problem. Be serious, dedicated, and willing to work hard. Taking a leap of faith isn't easy. It requires courage, hard work, and the willingness to sacrifice. Sometimes you'll want to give up, but you mustn't. Keep pushing, even when you're tired, even when you're discouraged. Success doesn't wait for excuses. It demands relentless effort. Everyone feels fear. It's natural, but don't let it paralyze you. Turn that fear into fire. Let it drive you forward. Keep trusting, believing, and moving. Embrace the challenges and keep fighting. Failure is part of the process. It's okay to fail. It's okay to stumble. What matters is that you don't let failure define you. Don't doubt yourself. Don't be ashamed. Trust in who you are. Work hard, believe in yourself, and never quit. Passion is your guiding force. Listen to it. Let it drive you. You can't expect great results without putting in great effort. If you give nothing, you get nothing. Get up, do the work, and let your passion fuel you. Your mind and heart have limited space. Don't fill it with distractions and negativity. Focus on what matters. Evaluate everything and everyone in your life. If they're not adding value, it's time to let them go. Greatness requires a covenant with yourself. Commit to being the best version of yourself. Show up every day, be present, and stay curious. Invest in yourself. Value your time and cut out distractions. Build your dreams in the dark and reveal them when they're ready. This is your path. This is your time to shine. Embrace the challenges. Own your time. Show up every day. Be disciplined. Work hard. Persevere. Prove the doubters wrong. Invest in yourself. Cut out distractions. Build in the dark. Commit to greatness. You have the power to achieve greatness. You have the strength to overcome any obstacle. You have the determination to keep going no matter how tough it gets. Believe in yourself, invest in yourself, and commit to the journey. Your greatness is waiting for you. Let's dive deeper into the concept of discipline. It's often misunderstood. Many think of discipline as a strict and unpleasant taskmaster. But in reality, discipline is freedom. It's the foundation that allows you to build the life you desire. Think about it. Without discipline, your goals remain dreams. They stay out of reach, taunting you from a distance. But with discipline, you can break down your goals into manageable tasks and systematically achieve them. Imagine you have a dream to write a book. Without discipline, you'll wait for inspiration, and you'll find a million distractions to keep you from sitting down and writing. But if you commit to writing for just 1 hour every day, you'll find that the pages start to add up. Before you know it, you have a manuscript. That's the power of discipline. It's not about grand gestures or Herculean efforts. It's about small, consistent actions taken every day. Discipline also requires you to face your fears. Fear is a natural human emotion. It's a survival mechanism designed to keep us safe. But in the modern world, our fears often hold us back more than they protect us. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears can paralyze us. But when you have discipline, you can confront these fears head on. You can acknowledge them, understand them, and then move forward despite them. That's courage, that's strength. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who never feel fear. They're the ones who feel it and move forward anyway. They understand that fear is a part of the process, not a barrier to it. They use their discipline to push through, to keep going even when every fiber of their being wants to turn back. Another crucial aspect of discipline is the ability to delay gratification. In our instant gratification society, we're used to getting what we want when we want it, but real success doesn't work that way. It requires patience, perseverance, and the ability to see the bigger picture. When you have discipline, you can resist the lure of immediate rewards and stay focused on your long-term goals. You understand that the true reward lies at the end of the journey, not in the fleeting pleasures along the way. Discipline also means being honest with yourself. It's easy to make excuses, to blame external circumstances for our lack of progress. But true discipline requires you to take full responsibility for your actions. It requires you to look in the mirror and acknowledge where you're falling short. This honesty is not about self-criticism or self-punishment. It's about self-awareness and growth. It's about understanding where you need to improve and then taking the necessary steps to do so. One of the biggest challenges we face is staying disciplined when things get tough. It's easy to be disciplined when everything is going well, when you're motivated and everything is falling into place. But what happens when life throws you a curveball? What happens when you face setbacks, disappointments, and failures? This is where true discipline shines. It's in these moments that your commitment is tested. It's in these moments that you have to dig deep and find the strength to keep going. Remember, success is not a straight line. It's a journey filled with ups and downs, twists and turns. But if you stay disciplined, if you keep showing up every day, if you stay committed to your goals, you will eventually get there. It might take longer than you expected, and it might be harder than you anticipated, but you will get there. Lastly, let's talk about the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. The journey to success is not one you have to take alone. It's important to have a support system, a network of people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who hold you accountable. These people are your allies, your cheerleaders, and sometimes your tough love coaches. They help you stay disciplined. They remind you of your goals, and they push you to keep going when you want to give up. But be careful. Not everyone in your life will support your journey. Some people will doubt you, criticize you, and try to pull you down. These people are toxic to your growth. It's important to recognize who these people are and distance yourself from them. Surround yourself with positivity, with people who lift you up and help you become the best version of yourself. Your journey to success is unique. It's filled with challenges, but also with incredible opportunities. It's a journey that requires discipline, courage, and relentless effort. But it's also a journey that promises immense rewards. So take that first step. Show up every day. Be disciplined. Work hard. Persevere. Invest in yourself. Cut out distractions. Build in the dark. Commit to greatness. This is your time. This is your journey. Embrace it with all your heart. Believe in yourself, because you have the power to achieve greatness. You have the strength to overcome any obstacle. You have the determination to keep going no matter how tough it gets. So stand tall, keep pushing, and let your greatness shine. This is your path. This is your time to shine.
Listen up. When you reach the top, all the rewards, everything from the bottom to the top, will be there waiting for you. So, don't get caught up in chasing cars and money. Those things will come. What I need you to focus on is why you were born in the first place. Why are you here on earth right now? What's your purpose? I don't need to remind you that you owe yourself something. I don't want anything from you, except for you to walk out of this room knowing what you want. What do you want in your marriage? What do you want for your children? What do you want for your health? What are your financial goals? How much money do you want to earn? What do you want to drive? How do you want to live? Stop drifting through life like it's an accident. What do you want? And once you know, spend every day of your life going after it. The reason I speak with such passion, with such authority, is because I'm talking about my own life, not something I've read. I've been through the struggle. You don't need to come from a wealthy background to succeed. Look at the rich kids who fall into bad company or even take their own lives. It's not about the hand you're dealt, it's how you play it. Every opportunity is a chance to prove yourself again. I'm still nervous every time, because the moment you get comfortable, the moment you stop pushing yourself, you start dying. The decisions I make now are up to me. Stop crying over what happened in your childhood. You're an adult now. Take full ownership of your life. The mistakes you make are on you. Your parents didn't make you play video games or be lazy. It's time to step up and take responsibility. You may be knocking on doors 100 times and feeling defeated because you've never given 100% before. To break through, you'll need to give 120%. You have to fight and keep fighting. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they can't outlast their old self to become their new self. Every day, we face demands. The reason you're not where you want to be isn't because you're not great. It's because you're prioritizing everyone else's demands over your own. Raise your hand if you're committed to making a change today. Say it with me. From this day forward, I make a commitment to myself like never before. I'm going to grind, fight, work, push, learn, and do everything in my power every single day. Winning spreads. Winners have a certain energy. They don't make excuses. They find ways to win. How do we do it? We wake up and grind. Winners win because they focus on winning more than on structure. When you become a winner, you'll find yourself surrounded by winners. We want guarantees from others, but are unwilling to make guarantees to ourselves. You get upset if a product doesn't deliver on its 30-day guarantee, but you've never demanded the same from yourself. Look in the mirror and hold yourself accountable. Stop letting yourself down. It's time to be brave and take responsibility for your life. Your DNA is in your dreams, so why waste that power on superficial things like money and cars? If you believe you're here for a greater purpose, why aren't you pursuing it? Dreaming is crucial. No matter your level, keep dreaming. Those who dream big lead different, more fulfilling lives. Don't sabotage yourself with fear. It's not real. Overcome it by dreaming about what you can become. Many of you spend your life doing what others want you to do, but you'll never excel that way. Be selfish about your dreams. Know who you are and what you want to achieve. This is the lesson millennials need. They've seen previous generations work hard for material things. But it's time to focus on more than just stuff. Be selfish in dreaming, because you can't help others if you're not whole yourself. Demand more from yourself and make a commitment to your dreams. Remember, we demand guarantees from others, but not from ourselves. Hold yourself accountable. Your success depends on your commitment to your values and dreams. Dream big, work hard, and refuse to let yourself down. Your DNA is in your dream. Embrace it and live up to it. Now let me take you deeper into what this all means. It's not just about identifying your dreams. It's about understanding why those dreams matter to you. Why do you want to achieve those things? What will they bring you? How will they change your life and the lives of those around you? You need to dig deep into your soul and ask yourself these questions. The answers will fuel your journey. They will keep you going when things get tough. And trust me, things will get tough. There will be days when you feel like giving up. Days when you're exhausted, frustrated, and questioning why you're even bothering. That's when you need to remember your why. That's when you need to dig in and push harder. Because those tough days are the days that will define you. They are the days that will test your resolve and your commitment to your dreams. Every successful person you admire has been through those days. They didn't give up. They didn't quit. They kept pushing forward, no matter how hard it got. And that's what you need to do. You need to keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting, because that's what it takes to achieve greatness. And don't be afraid to fail. Failure is a part of the process. It's how you learn and grow. Every failure brings you one step closer to success. So embrace it. Learn from it. Use it as fuel to keep moving forward. Remember, you are in control of your destiny. You have the power to shape your future. Don't let anyone or anything hold you back. Don't let fear or doubt stop you from achieving your dreams. Believe in yourself and your ability to succeed, because you can do it. You have what it takes. You just need to keep going, keep pushing, and never give up. So take a moment to think about your dreams. What do you want to achieve? What will it take to get there? And most importantly, why does it matter to you? Write it down. Keep it somewhere you can see it every day. Let it be a constant reminder of what you're working towards. And let it be the fuel that keeps you going, no matter how tough it gets. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. There are people who believe in you and want to see you succeed. Surround yourself with those people. Let their support and encouragement lift you up when you're feeling down. Let their belief in you reinforce your own belief in yourself. But also remember that ultimately, this is your journey. It's up to you to make it happen. No one else can do it for you. So take responsibility for your life and your dreams. Take control of your future and go after it with everything you got. You owe it to yourself to give it your all. You owe it to yourself to live a life that is true to who you are and what you want. So don't settle for anything less. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Don't let anyone else's expectations or opinions dictate your life. This is your journey. This is your life. And you have the power to make it whatever you want it to be. So go out there and make it happen. Dream big, work hard, and never give up. Because you can do it. You have what it takes. And you deserve to live the life of your dreams. Once you've identified your dreams and your why, you need to develop a plan. This plan should be detailed and actionable. Break your big goals into smaller, manageable steps. Each step should bring you closer to your ultimate goal. Think of this plan as your roadmap. It will guide you and keep you on track. Without a plan, it's easy to get lost or sidetracked. But with a plan, you have a clear path to follow. You know what you need to do and when you need to do it. And that makes it much easier to stay focused and motivated. But remember, your plan is not set in stone. Life happens. Things change. And you need to be flexible and adaptable. Be ready to adjust your plan as needed. Be open to new opportunities and new ways of doing things. But always keep your ultimate goal in mind. Always keep your why at the forefront of your mind. And don't forget to celebrate your progress. Every step you take is a step in the right direction. Every small win brings you closer to your ultimate goal. So take the time to acknowledge and celebrate your progress. It will keep you motivated and remind you that you're moving forward. And finally, never stop learning and growing. The journey to achieving your dreams is a journey of personal growth and development. Keep pushing yourself to be better. Keep challenging yourself to learn new things and develop new skills. The more you grow, the more capable you become. And the more capable you become, the closer you get to achieving your dreams.
Never give up. Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. It's not easy. If it were easy, there'd be no Denzel Washington. So, keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So keep moving, keep growing, keep learning. See you at work. True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. Don't just aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference.
What are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors. Some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money. Some of you have patience. Some of you have kindness. Some of you have love. Some of you have the gift of long suffering. Whatever it is, whatever your gift is, what are you going to do with what you have?
Dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. I try to give myself a goal every day. Sometimes it's just to not curse somebody out. Simple goals, but have goals. And understand that to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline, which you have already done, and consistency every day, not just on Tuesday and miss a few days. You have to work at it every day. You have to plan every day. You've heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do. And in this text, tweet, twerk world that you've grown up in, remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Remember that. Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress. My mother told me, she said, yeah, because you can run in place all the time and never get anywhere. So continue to strive, continue to have goals, continue to progress. When you find yourself alone, enveloped in darkness, feeling unseen, unheard, uncared for, it cuts deep. But amidst this pain, I urge you to realize the most crucial truth of all. You must love yourself fiercely. To make a mark on this world, to truly live and not just exist, you must fall in love with yourself anew. Stop the cycle of self-hatred. Stop beating yourself down. Lift yourself up. Do something, anything that propels you forward, that crafts a better version of yourself. Life is indeed short. Many have left us too soon, not knowing that the very next day would bring an end to their plans and dreams. But you who are here in this moment, you are alive. We are always just one decision away from a completely different life. The key is to choose the future over the past, to embrace the next step rather than dwelling on the last one. It's about choosing the life we desire and taking action to make it a reality. A few years ago, I had a breakthrough that changed my life. It was a moment when I realized the tremendous amount of control I have over my own life. This realization empowered me, as if I had finally discovered the key to unlock the door that had been holding me back. From that moment on, I asked myself, why not start living like I have this power? Life will always have its responsibilities and sacrifices, but knowing that I can shape my own destiny made me question what I was sacrificing for. Where was I going? Who was I surrounding myself with? Was I living a life true to myself? Time passes by quickly, and it's not guaranteed. No one will remind us that we're just going through the motions. We have to take a look in the mirror and ask ourselves the tough questions. We have the tools and the ability to create the life we want, but it requires action and intention. Today might be the day to cut away the parts of our life that no longer serve us. It's time to let go of people, places, and things that don't contribute to our well-being. We don't have to live on repeat if we're not happy. We have the power to change anything in our lives. We often box ourselves in and adapt to a reality that falls short of what truly matters to us. But we must remember that nothing happens without momentum, and momentum is something we create. We are not just characters in this story, we are creators. I've experienced ups and downs in my personal journey, and I believe it's a healthy sign of growth. It's important to look for those imaginary ropes that tie us down and break free from them. By pushing ourselves, trying new things, and taking risks, we can create momentum and feel the excitement. Every successful person has a story of hardship, of endurance, of resilience. What will your story be? What of those who face greater trials? The ones who cannot walk, who cannot speak, who suffer illnesses with no cures? What of them? What of you? What will you do with this one wild and precious life you've been given? Will you falter because of a bad day, a lost job, or a moment that didn't go your way? Or will you rise, recognizing that every challenge is a stepping stone to greater heights? We are all accountable, all responsible, not only for ourselves, but for one another. And as long as your heart beats, as long as air fills your lungs, you are not done. Your story is not over. The time is now not to lie down, but to rise up. Rise above despair, rise above defeat. Push forward, not back. For time waits for no one, and it certainly won't pause for you. It's time to show what you're made of. Time to prove that your existence is not in vain. It takes grit, it takes sacrifice. It takes a relentless will to push through when every fiber of your being wants to give up. But this is not about pity. This is about rising to the occasion of your life.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on.
Fail big. That's right. Fail big. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be very frightening. It's a new world out there. It's a mean world out there, and you only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big. The battles you face today forge the victories of tomorrow. Each challenge, each setback is an integral step on the path to greatness. Do not fear the pain. Do not shy away from the struggle. Embrace it, for it is the crucible in which true character is formed. As we stand together in this room, let us not dwell on the uncertainties of tomorrow, for tomorrow is beholden to no one. It has already made up its mind. Focus instead on today, this moment, this opportunity. What you could not achieve yesterday is past, but what you can achieve today is in your hands. You may have walked through fire to get here. You may carry scars, but let me tell you, these scars are not signs of your defeat, but badges of your indomitable spirit. Hell may have tried to claim you, but it did not create you. You are here because a greater power saw fit to place you in this moment, in this life with all its possibilities. And yes, some have reached heights of success. but they too had to navigate through their own storms to reach their summits.
You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it because it's inevitable. And I should know. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed, and I prayed. But I continued to fail, and fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. So someone talked about it. Won the Tony Award. And I didn't have to sing, by the way. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior.
Life is not a game. It is the rawest form of reality, filled with highs and lows and the undeniable truth of now. The power to improve your life rests in your hands and yours alone. Banish those things that do not build you up, that do not fill you with strength and efficiency. Reject passivity and embrace the challenge of living fully. Every breath you take is a testament to your resilience. Do not surrender to despair. You are here for a reason. Each day is a new chance to leave your mark. Help someone up when they're down. Be their strength when they feel weak. And perhaps when you find yourself at your lowest, you will find hands reaching out to lift you. Don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. Celebrate your existence. For no matter the circumstances, the act of living offers you the chance to change, to evolve, to transcend. So many may doubt you, but while they doubt, spend no time on their skepticism. Instead, invest your energy in believing in yourself. Live your life with a breath of passion and purpose. Do you hear it? The call to live, to really live. Breathe in life, breathe in possibility, breathe in your potential. And let's embark on this journey together with hearts full and spirits undeterred, ready to embrace each moment, each challenge, each opportunity to truly live. Let's make our lives extraordinary together.
While it may be frightening, it will also be rewarding. So you got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you.
We are always just one decision away from a completely different life. The key is to choose the future over the past, to embrace the next step rather than dwelling on the last one. It's about choosing the life we desire and taking action to make it a reality. A few years ago, I had a breakthrough that changed my life. It was a moment when I realized the tremendous amount of control I have over my own life. This realization empowered me, as if I had finally discovered the key to unlock the door that had been holding me back. From that moment on, I asked myself, why not start living like I have this power? Life will always have its responsibilities and sacrifices, but knowing that I can shape my own destiny made me question what I was sacrificing for. Where was I going? Who was I surrounding myself with? Was I living a life true to myself? Time passes by quickly, and it's not guaranteed. No one will remind us that we're just going through the motions. We have to take a look in the mirror and ask ourselves the tough questions. We have the tools and the ability to create the life we want, but it requires action and intention.
The point is, and I'll pick up the pace, the point is every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? Here's my second point about failure. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made an analogy about this. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? Not only take risks, but to be open to life, to accept new views, and to be open to new opinions, to be willing to speak at a commencement at one of the best universities in the country, even though you're scared stiff. While it may be frightening, it will also be rewarding. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, and remember this, fall forward.
Say thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. That's how I live my life. That's why I am. One of the reasons why I am today. Say thank you in advance for what is already yours. True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. And anything you want good, you can have. So claim it. Work hard to get it. When you get it, reach back. Pull someone else up. Each one, teach one. Don't just aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference. Today might be the day to cut away the parts of our life that no longer serve us. It's time to let go of people, places, and things that don't contribute to our well-being. We don't have to live on repeat if we're not happy. We have the power to change anything in our lives. We often box ourselves in and adapt to a reality that falls short of what truly matters to us. But we must remember that nothing happens without momentum, and momentum is something we create. We are not just characters in this story, we are creators. I've experienced ups and downs in my personal journey, and I believe it's a healthy sign of growth. It's important to look for those imaginary ropes that tie us down and break free from them. By pushing ourselves, trying new things, and taking risks, we can create momentum and feel the excitement. We have the power to adapt and change. Now is the beginning of the rest of our lives.
By making small changes and envisioning who we want to be, we can move towards our ideal self. Understanding the power of habits and change allows us to see that transformation doesn't have to be overwhelming or scary. It's about making small adjustments that work in our favor, like waking up earlier or focusing on positive outcomes. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith. I want to fall forward. Figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Fall forward. This is what I mean.